All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Shema Shah, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing his word in sincerity and truth across the four corners of the earth. Salaki, and I just want to come back, with another quick lesson about, pain, and suffering is, it's nothing more than, weakness leaving the body. You know what I mean? It's kind of a, statement or what you would call a saying that I heard in the world. But, it's the truth. You know what I mean? As a part of, our trials and our tribulations, in this truth, you know what I mean? Some of that shit gonna hurt, you know what I mean? Whether it be physical pain, you got an infirmity, all right, just mental stress of the things that's going on in your life, man. Maybe sometimes you feel like it's too much to bear, embarrassment, you know what I mean? Because you will be embarrassed in this thing, man. Maybe you was, making the wrong decisions. Maybe you are making the wrong decisions. Maybe you were making the wrong decisions at a point in time, you know what I mean? And it came back and got you, man. And that goes into that embarrassment, man. It's going to happen to you in this truth, man. Because, the Most High, it's not a man where he should lie, man. He's not going to, let your wicked ways, consume you, if you're the hopeful elect. And one of those ways that, maybe some wicked acts that you committed, the way that he doesn't let it consume you is to expose it, man. Now you looking crazy, man. Once again, whether you're doing that presently or you were doing that in the past, it was one of your deeds. So now, that's the position you in. All right, but I say all that to say, all those things, man, all that stress, pain, whatever you may be going through, it's just weakness leaving your body, man. It's just the Most High making you strong, man. All right, because a lot of times you got to, bump your head, man, or fall down, before you, get back up, man. All right, but I'm hopping to the scriptures. This is Salakia. This is 2nd Esdras 14 and 14. It says, "Let go from these mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." All right. So all those things that may be consuming your mind, man. All right, this little worldly shit that you gotta do. It's like you gotta let that shit go, man. All right, don't get caught up in the dealings of this world, man, because it's gonna distract you, man. And a lot of the times you may not even realize it's distracting you, because you know what I mean. It's this the world, all this shit, paying rent, and you got children and all this shit. It was presented to you as the norm, all right, like the way of life. You know what I mean, like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. When in all actuality, you know what I mean, our true job is to push the word, and put the brotherhood first, man. All right, but letting those mortal thoughts, you know what I mean, dwell, I guess, in your head, you know what I mean, it knocks you off your square as far as what you truly supposed to be doing, because you worried about the wrong things, man. And this will happen to you once again, and you may not realize it. You may realize it, you know what I mean, and not think nothing of it. But, that's a part of, being rebuked, being reproved, all right? That's why the brotherhood is important, man, because you're not always going to know when you're slipping. You're going to need somebody else to tell you. And as long as you, don't have that weak nature, right, and somebody can tell you something, and, you can basically, like they say in the world, it's a saying I heard before, a man can't lie in the mirror, you know what I mean? So, if you go to the mirror and those things that were said to you, all right, they true, you got to take it on the chin, man. It's a part of putting off that weak nature, man. all right? Because lying to yourself about certain things is detrimental to the spirit, man, because you can't grow if you basically don't want to, man. Because that's what people do when they lie to themselves about certain things, or I don't have this problem, or, you know, you stunting your growth. And this whole thing is about, you know, growing through the spirit, man. All right. It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. All right, because all this shit that you going through, all right, there's thoughts that you may think, you know, it's heavy, it's weighing on your mind, man. It really ain't nothing, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes in this flesh, you forget that the Most High not gonna put you through nothing that you can't handle. You know, it's just, you just don't want to be uncomfortable, man. All right, but all that shit, it's like all those thoughts that you may have, all right, those heavy thoughts, man, just let that shit go, man. Cause that's some worldly shit, man. All right, all the heavy thoughts that you may have, that's you know, Satan's using to plague your mind. All right, that shit that niggas in the world, you know, really, you know, adhere to and let, you know what I mean, you know, knock them off their path or whatever. Not that they're really on a righteous path anyway, but just for the sake of this argument, you know what I mean? Whereas when we, you know, get those thoughts, we supposed to rebuke those thoughts. You know, and sometimes, you know, somebody got to rebuke you, you know, basically rebuke those thoughts for you. You know what I mean? So don't get consumed, you know, in your dealings in the world, man, because it knocks you, it keeps you unfocused, man. That's the number one thing, man. It says, and haste thee to fly away, Salakia, and haste thee to fly from these times. All right, let me grab another scripture. What's that? 48. It's Isaiah 48 and 10. It's Isaiah 48 and 10. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. All right, and that's what, you know, we going through, man. The furnace of affliction, man. All right. That's, you know, all those heavy thoughts that you may have, man. You know what I mean? Being in these chains of darkness, you know, sometimes, you know, you may make the wrong decisions, you know. It's all a part of the furnace of affliction, man. All right. It's a part of that weakness being, you know, pushed out of us, man. All right, putting off the weak nature, man. All right. And a part of that weak nature is just accepting these things, man. Accepting, you know, like 2/3 of the nation of Israel, just accepting what you would call mediocrity, man. And not wanting to be perfect and not want to strive to be, you know what I mean, the best person that they can be as it pertains to the scriptures, man. All right. And that's, you know what I mean, what we going through, man. You know, that's what the furnace of affliction is, man. All right, it's not going to always be a smooth ride, you know. But once again, that pain, you know, is necessary to purge out that weakness that, you know, we've gained and not being raised knowing who we were. You know what I mean? Because that's what it boils down to. You know, we wasn't, you know, raised in the law since children and all of that, man. That's not an excuse, but we still have a responsibility to change ourselves no matter what. What I'm saying is being in this place kind of, you know what I mean, made us weak. And that's why this furnace of affliction is needed to purge all that weakness out of us, man. All right. I'm going to grab one more scripture. I'm going to close out, Lord willing. Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 10 and 24. It says, O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. So when you go through these things, man, and it happen, man, that's just the Lord correcting you, man. You know what I'm saying? that's you being corrected, man. Whether it be somebody rebuking you, all right, whether it be just a reproof, man, whether it be, the hell that's being put on you, all right, that's just you being corrected, man. You know what I'm saying? And once again, that weakness being purged out of you, man. All right. And it says, correct me with judgment. All right. Not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. All right. Because no matter how much that, mental stress may weigh on you, all right, infirmities, whatever, you may have physical pain, embarrassment, all of that, it's better than the Lord bringing you to nothing. And you know what I mean? It's better than just being completely destroyed. All right. The scriptures tell you that the Lord chasteneth who he love. All right. So no matter what, you may be going through, the hell you might be going through, just know that if you weren't going through it, man, that'd be even worse because the Most High don't give a fuck about you, man. All right. So I hope that was edifying. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this word and sincerity and truth across the four corners of the earth. Shalom.